Good morning. You are welcome to Health Guide, your segment that takes you through health information, health guidance, and makes you to know what to do. You worry less, and you can rarely be deceived by anyone. So we are still on understanding menstruation. At what age do we usually expect this to occur? So depends on area, but here I'm talking of Africa. Most times, our girls between the age of 8 and 10 can actually commence menstrual flow. If it's not occurring between that age, it will occur between 10 and 12. If it's not occurring between that age, it will occur between 14 and 16. Maximally, every girl child must have experienced the first flow before the age of 18. Any girl child that has a delayed, even up to 17, 18, can be worrisome. And if it passes that particular age, parents should act appropriately. So a menarche is achieved between the age of 8 to 14, max 16. In the worst case scenario, talk of 18. So if you have a girl child that's not menstruating at the age of 18, beware. Take that child to see a doctor, a professional gynecologist who can actually investigate and assess this child thoroughly. So that is events of menstrual flow. Now, the second thing is that sometimes some could have menses flowing before those ages. Now, I mentioned 8 to 16. So what if you have a girl child at the age of 5 or 6 menstruating? Will you be worried? Yes, you should be worried, but it is no much worry. It is in the history that you have a 5-year-old girl child that menstruated. It is in history a 6-7-year-old child, 9-year-old child got pregnant and has a baby. In fact, there's one of them that's still alive today. She had a child at the age of 5. So those are not anything to worry about. Again, how many days do menses is expected to flow? A menstrual flow from a woman, usually in a typical normal person, is between 3 days to 8 days. That is the spectrum. You can rarely find people outside the spectrum. So most women or ladies or young girls comes up to tell that they start menstruating, and it has always been between it's 3 days forever, or some said it has only been 7 days or 6 days. Or in some situation, some start like maybe longer days, like having about 8 days. But as they grow bigger or older in age, it's reduced to 5 days or reduced to 3 days. So that also is a possibility. All of this cause no worries at all in terms of what flows out of you. These are typical. Then the final thing I'm going to mention here before this last episode is that how many days is a cycle? When we ask that question, we're asking you that from the time you saw the first one and you see the second one, how many days interval? That means if you see your period on the 1st of January 2022, when are you expecting the second one? So on the normal ground for majority of women, it's 28 days. But it's acceptable if your own falls between 21 to 28 days. If your cycle is less than 21 days, please see a medical doctor. If your cycle is going beyond 35 days, please see a doctor. It might be something worrisome. So that is the cycle of a normal person. Until we come your way again, we're still discussing understanding menstruation in female system as the case may be. Thank you for listening.